Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week sponsored by Friends. They're great if you need free things. It is October 2024, and we are playing Pokemon Misfit Island Episode 10. We are running a homebrew of the Wild Word system, and I'm Ian, the professor. We have Explain Why.
Hi, I'm Austin, and I'm playing Travis the Illuminator.
Hey there, I'm Cabe, and I'm playing Augustus the Guide.
I'm Dylan, and I'm playing Nero the Ace.
Excellent.
Taylor? I almost got forgotten. Playing Axel Vex,
We don't know
Pokemon biologist.
Just a dude in a ghillie suit just shows up.
Left out there for a second.
I'm sorry. It's late, apparently. I'm tired. I was doing too many things there literally right before we started. That was too much brain power before gaming. I'm sorry, Tay. I love you.
It's all good. I'll take a major discovery. Thank you very much.
Major discovery. Ian doesn't love me.
Ian forgot me.
Again.
I don't know if that counts as a major discovery.
Not when it's happened before.
Devastating. What did we do last time, everybody?
I caught a Regidrago.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Actually, no, sorry. I didn't. Nero did and gave it to me.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, and you woke up dead with no Pokemon in your hands.
Yep.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's such a chonk. Look at him.
He really
I made friends and caught the exiled Mischievous.
Yeah, you did.
And we can't forget the joyous thing of Duskull getting completely canoodled into the ground by a Conker. Is it Conker?
Conkeldurr.
Conkeldurr. Yes.
Yeah, Conkeldurr. Yeah. You guys ended the session showing up at this, like, you were cold and wet and tired, and you came up to this beautiful chalet built into the mountain. And instead of knocking on the door like reasonable humans, you decided to pick the lock and just bust your way in, which immediately got you smacked by a Conkeldurr, and the door locked on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yep. So we will start this session with a beautiful sunrise as it gleams, it's peaking. The sun's rising later because, again, we stated the sun rises in the north. So you see the sun just peeking over the mountains, and that beautiful warm light slowly waking you up as there's no snow, but there's quite a bit of frost. It is a cold day. You guys are looking pretty tired and ragged, but you slept okay. And there's a beautiful cabin chalet built into the mountain here. And the road seems to go, and I do say road, like this path seems to be nicer. Now that you've got to this part, it does seem to be pretty wide and pretty nice. You can see it cut through the mountains to the east and cut through the mountain to the west as well.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Have we reached the fork yet?
Yeah, you're literally at the You can see almost not quite straight north is the path you guys came down from.
Yeah.
And then to the east, you can see a path which you assume is that path going to the other city. And then to the west, you can see a path, and you assume it's the path going again to the other city to the west.
Yeah, okay.
So we're heading west. Is there a signpost?
There is no signpost, no.
Is there a giant half-destroyed statue of Arceus?
No, there's only the beautiful chalet built into the mountain.
Charmander, burn. No, okay. Anyways, we're heading west, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're heading west.
As you guys start to leave, you hear a noise from behind you, and you see like you guys have made it. You made it a ways away from the chalet, but you see the door open, and you see Conkeldurr come out, and then you see kind of a shape of some kind of person come out, and you just hear this, "Oi, you're gonna try and break into my cabin. You're gonna sleep on my doorstep, and you're not even gonna say hello."
Nope. He's rude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wave at him and then like point at my ears like I can't hear him. I'm too far away already, and I'm just gonna be like, I can't hear you. Okay, bye. I don't need to interact with this NPC.
That's fair. That's okay. That's okay.
It'll give us something to talk about when we come back the next time.
And we don't knock again because we were offered to stay.
We're not even going to knock next time. We're just going to sleep on his doorstep, set up our little tents and everything.
Hammock from post to post.
He kind of just like you can't see anything because you're now walking too far away. It's just okay. Yeah, you guys are welcome to
that guy.
Walk.
Yes.
Okay.
Want to say hello? He could have woken us up at any point or let us inside the chalet.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I know, right?
That doesn't. Nah. Who would let you hooligans in their house?
Hey.
And we don't walk. We ride.
At like just over walking speed.
Monsters. Absolute monsters. Yeah, okay. You guys then you make it through. It's a fairly uneventful travel to that's
Ian.
Yep.
As we're going down the trail, when we hit that point of B 45, 46.
The dip in it.
Yeah, like where that bend is.
Yeah.
Duskull is going to pop out of its Pokeball, and its eye is going to start to glow and pulsate. And as it starts to pulsate, it gets faster and faster and faster till it evolves into Dusclops.
Ooh.
That's a weird case of pink eye.
And as it evolves, it just starts staring down through
the chasm.
Yeah, towards the dead trees.
Give me a roll here.
Okay.
Roll research as you try and as you're like overlooking this area, looking down on this, scene below you to try and kind of suss out what's going on down there and what you guys can see if there's any points of interest or things.
So that would probably just be a 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he get a bonus point for his sick binoculars?
You do have sick binoculars.
I do.
You should. You get a bonus point.
6 double 3s.
Nice. There you go. Okay. So a 6, you fully see what's on the map. Like you guys had this map that you've been looking at and kind of quote unquote studying as you walk and wander. But you actually, like, now that you've hit kind of at the edge of this cliff, the edge of this mountain, and you can see this area below you, you look and you're like, oh wow, okay, like there it is. You see on, just below you is this dead forest that stretches into the ocean, and to the right, to your right of it, so to the west of it, is these mesas, these rock like formations that kind of ball up or rise up, I should say, and dip down, and just move and flow. You're also able to see the desert. After that dead forest, it's desert kind of lands just, and then you're farther past it, you can see a jungle rising up in the distance, or what you would assume is the jungle. For a twist, I'll let you see. Do you want to see a Pokemon or a landmark?
Well, the researcher side of me wants to see the Pokemon.
Okay. For a twist,
You monster.
you will see.
Says the artist.
Exactly. That building would have been so cool.
I liked it how he was like, "Oh, the researcher side of me wants this," and then there was no second side. It was just like, "This is me, the mono-dimensional creature. I want to see the Pokemon. Show me."
That's fair.
I'm a Pokemon biologist.
Show me what you got.
Yeah. In the Mesa area, you can see Rhyperior climbing these rock mesas and like jumping from rock mesa to rock mesa, like climbing, like jumping off one, like punching, landing into the wall of another, and then climbing up it. It seems to be how they get around.
That's terrifying. And that's far away.
Does anybody want that Rhyperior? That was your chance.
I also want to get it angry.
I'm going to basically now Dusclops is almost like completely ignoring me to the point where it's just focusing on into that direction.
Yeah.
And I go and I stand in front of it and I just basically start snapping my fingers like, hello. And finally it kind of snaps out of this haze of like, something was calling it. And I say, let's go. As we continue on the path, but as we're walking away, Dusclops just keeps looking over its shoulder back into that direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like, it's fairly focused, every time you can convince it to look away, you can convince it to follow you, and it will follow you, but it does seem to every now and then rotate and just kind of fixate and then keep going and then fixate a little more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys make it to you assume you made it to it. There's a large cut in this like mountain and stones where like one rock mesa kind of almost looks like it's rammed into the mountainside and kind of come out flat. And you see some small tents and little shacks kind of built a little bit around and close to the rocks. When you get in closer to this little shabby city or shabby town, you notice while there's a number of tents and shacks, they're not well occupied. And there's a looming wall, like picture almost like Helm's Deep or something like that, built into the mountain. Or like a better example would be the dwarven city from what is it called?
From The Hobbit?
The Hobbit, yeah. The dwarven city from The Hobbit, how there's that great wall built into the mountain, and it's just kind of, the armaments on top, and you can't even see anything in there. And this great wall and these large stone doors on it, and then a very, not small, but a standardish or just bigger than a standardish door kind of built in, and that one is open, but there seems to be guards stationed around it, and there are some people. There seems to be a cleared area and then some booths set up in that cleared area with the guards around, and there's a line of a few people who kind of come up and go and talk to the booths and leave.
Okay.
So do we hail and walk up to the edge of it? Wait, were the armaments like in the metaphor or in the actuality?
Yeah, no, there are like armament, like there are armaments on the like wall. Like you can, it's an impressive feat. It's overwhelming almost how oppressive and impressive this is.
Well, I guess we approach.
Feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
With all of our weapons away and me not using a single Pokemon ability.
You approach
and use Helping Hand.
No, I obviously use Shadow Sneak.
Heck yes. You guys can get into the little line that kind of forms up and goes towards the area here.
Yeah.
And you hear people kind of chattering about like, oh, I wonder what's for sale today, or hopefully they, will let me in, different things. And when you get to the front of the line, you see this kind of gnarled, like older, craggy man, and he sits there at the little booth, and he goes, "What do you want?"
They'll kind of look at each other.
Apologies, sir. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're here from Stellaris. We're traders on behalf of the Bofin Trading Company. We're moving some goods for them and are mean to make a delivery in your fine city.
He flips through a ledger and he goes, Bofin Trading Company. Yeah, no, don't they normally trade with the Southern? Don't they normally trade with Engelbert?
They do, but we are contractors, and so we're in the process of making a delivery for them.
You can make it to me.
Unfortunately, this goods have to be signed for by the person we are to deliver it to.
And who is that?
Mr. Robert Bottle.
He pulls out a fairly decent sized ledger, and he starts flipping through it. Robert Bottle. Let's see here. Nope. No Robert Bottle in the city. Maybe they're in the outskirts here.
Did we make that up? I can't remember.
Yes.
I was just thinking on my feet.
Damn it.
He kind of looks at you. There are people waiting, and he kind of shoos you along.
Apologies. What's the toll to get into the city? And put a Pokeball on the table.
He'll take the Pokeball. The toll to get in the city, and he kind of brings you in closer, is much, much more. And he shoos you guys along.
Before he does,
He definitely did take your Pokeball, though.
I know he did.
I open up my jacket, and all he sees is the plethora of my custom Pokeballs, and I take out one of the ginger Pokeballs and a pouch of water, and I say, "You look awfully thirsty, my friend, and I think you may have dropped this too."
He'll take one of the ginger Pokeball and the pouch of water. He'll look over the pouch of water, and he'll put it away, but he's looking at the ginger Pokeball a lot more carefully. And he pulls out some like spectacles, and he click, click, click. And he's looking at it. Interesting. Where did you come by this Pokeball?
I craft them myself.
Really?
I do.
Your genius is wasted upon a fool like this. It was shaking my head. This whole exchange is such utter shakedown and robbery.
He's like, guards, come here, please. And he puts the Pokeball away. He's like, escort this fine gentleman into the city.
May my colleagues accompany us?
Kind of
Or
looks you all.
Might I have, or if it's a matter of too many, may Augustus accompany me?
Yes, this one may accompany you. Yes.
Much obliged. Give him the head nod.
And the two of you are ushered into the city, and the two others you guys are kind of ushered away.
I'll look over his shoulder, just like gives him like a shrug, and like, oh, I don't know. Like, I guess we'll find a way. I guess.
Guys, climb the walls.
Yeah, Jesus.
The walls covered in
Spooky and have angry things on them.
those walls. The walls specifically for Cusco. I mean,
Yes, the battlements for Cusco. Cusco's battlements.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, well, Augustus and Axel, you guys are in the city.
All right.
And Nero and Travis, you guys are out of the city. Who wants to go first?
I've caused enough problems. I'm not going first.
What do you mean?
Hi.
Okay, so walking in through the gate.
Yeah.
What do we see? What's the layout? Like, what is it an industry town? Is it a market town? Is it...
You see, walking through the gate, you see houses. It's fairly not too bad. Actually, this close to the gate. Yeah, this close to the gate, you see not houses, sorry. You see workshops, like forges and all sorts of weird mechanical wheels and things, and you hear hammers and tinkering and soldering, electrical zaps, like blue and yellow light shines and blinks in through windows and such. Torches line, and there's even electrical bulbs every now and then that glow, which you haven't seen. You saw a little bit of electricity at the Univerna, which was the big city, but not much.
Do people freely have their Pokemon out?
No, you see not a single Pokemon in this town. You don't even see anyone, like in other cities where you didn't see Pokemon, you at least saw some like Pokeballs on a belt.
Yeah.
You don't even see people with Pokeballs on a belt. You guys see like the people in the town, from what you can see working, look like they've been working fairly hard.
Yeah.
The guards will bring you in a little ways, and they kind of stop at what looks to be the largest and fanciest forge workshop kind of area.
Okay.
And they'll knock, and a gentleman will come out fairly quickly. He goes, "Yes, oh, hello guards. How can I help you today? What seems to be? I've already today's shipment has gone out." And they look and they go, "This one," and they point at Axel. They point at Axel. "This one can make Pokeballs. How like?" And they pull out your well, you gave them a ginger ball.
Yeah.
They pull out the ginger ball. The salesman had given it to the guards, and they pull out the ginger ball and give it to this, obviously some kind of a tinkerer worker. And craftsman, he takes it, looks it over. Oh. And he smells it. And he's like, "Oh, this is impressive. This is fine work." And he looks at you, he's like, "Well done, young lad."
Oh, well, thank you very much. I take pride in my work.
Yes, no, this is an impressive Pokeball. And he hands it very carefully back to the guard. The guard's like, "Good." And then he looks and he goes, "Okay." And the guy, he kind of looks at the two of you and roll me, actually, Augustus.
Yeah.
You'd be better at this.
Why do I get the feeling that the very next thing that's going to happen is you do not get to leave by choice?
We'll see.
Oh, Augustus, you don't have eloquence. Augustus, roll me eloquence, just as if you had one in it.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the one because you are the guide, you are the leader of this group. Your head's on a swivel here. You're keeping your eye out for things.
Okay.
So just 2 dice as is.
Okay. 1 moment.
That's the best I can give you.
I don't even know what I'm getting, so a 6 and a 2.
Hey, there you go. Augustus, as you are leaving, head on a swivel, you see the guards are leading you. There's one guard in front and one guard behind, leading the two of you on.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the worker in the back, mouth just like help, as he like goes back into his shop. Like
maybe he's hiring.
He melts help and I'm sorry sort of a thing. And yeah, goes back into his shop, and the guards will take you to another shop that looks like it's been cold and unused for quite a while. And they'll be like, "Here you go. You're welcome to make Pokeballs here. You can use this shop. Your quota is
Quota? He didn't sign any contract. What are you talking
is
about?
2 Pokeballs a day for now. Thank you." And they start to leave.
Okay, then.
I look over at Augustus. I'm just like, "Well, boss, got any plans? Got any ideas?"
I mean, beyond trying to find a way to sneak out in the dead of night, that's all I got.
Like, I've got Matang that could fly us up and out of here, but those armaments on the walls, it's gonna make things difficult.
Yeah, we'll have to find a way to send a signal, Could Dusclops, could he take a message to our friends?
Oh, that's Dusclops can go through walls. That's so smart.
There you go. Yeah. Because I feel like if we cause too big of a scene, then the guards are just going to put the boots to us. And that'll be that. And as well, I don't want anybody else to get injured or our Pokemon. So, so I'd say let's send them a message. Let them know what happened. See maybe if they could gather some info from the outside, along the outskirts there. Why didn't anybody fucking warn us about this? Pardon the language. Forget if we're rated or not.
No, we're good.
Okay.
It's because the Bofins were in on it, bro.
You can't trust them.
The
It was a fake
Bofins have
pregnancy.
never been here. They stated
they
never
always
been
trade.
here.
Yeah, they trade with the Southern Trading
Allegedly.
Company. They don't allegedly, but yeah.
Allegedly. And
So-
here we are paying off Soil's debt.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bodies.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, nothing. Just that our 4 bodies are but a pittance in the overwhelming amount of death that Soil must be paid.
The grinder of capitalism.
Yes. Wheel of blood, etc.
So, realizing Dusclops has an innate ability to hypnotize its foes to make them do whatever Dusclops tells them to do. So
and
we
Bailey
could,
has sweet scent, so we can use it to calm people down. If anybody catches us.
yeah, and basically have
Mm-hmm.
them, completely, or we could have a guard escort us out.
Yeah,
But-
we're gonna have to be careful how to get them secluded and off to the side. But yeah, definitely a plan.
Okay. But I guess what we'll do right now is we'll have Dusclops communicate to Travis and Nero that we're in trouble.
Yeah.
What is it? The little guy from The Simpsons. I'm in trouble.
Literally.
I'm in
Ralph.
danger.
Ralph. Yeah, Ralph. I'm in
So-
danger.
Okay.
And that little kid meme. Help!
So because Dusclops is going to be going through walls, what I'm going to do is, so I'm assuming that there's dirt, like a dirt floor, like a dirt ground, whatever, for the houses that we're living in, because it's just, whatever.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do is, so Dusclops is, I'm going to get him to come over, and I'm going to do a little pictogram, and it'll be basic shackles, and then a watch face, and then a moon, and then those shackles, but the middle link is broke, but like the line in the middle is broken, so it'll be 4 symbols.
Okay.
So 2 circles with a line between it, a clock face, a moon, and then the 2 circles with the line between, but the line will be broken.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
I'm hoping that Travis, because like that's the thing is like Dusclops doesn't speak English, and if
Yeah.
we send him with a physical note, he'll drop it because it'll get caught up on a wall or something. I don't know if Dusclops can pick stuff up and make it go through walls with him.
Yeah. True.
So is that cool there, Axel?
Yeah, sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Okay, yeah, because in that way he can do that for Travis, and hopefully Travis can kind of understand it. This is all out of character, so you don't got no meta on this there, Austin.
It's okay. I'm looking at this like, the devil dances in the pale moonlight.
Yeah.
A for effort, karaoke win.
Yeah. Dusk Skull can sneak out of here fairly easily. And he'll find the 2 of you. We'll pivot to Travis and Nero. Travis and Nero, as the other 2 get ushered into the city, you guys are ushered away, and you go to where a small I mean, I say very small crowd. It's maybe 10 people are standing off to the side and they let new people in. Wow.
I kind of look at Travis and like tilt my head. Time to lay on the thick icing.
You are Travis, homie.
I mean, Ace, Nero.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh.
You may want to sort your charm a little bit there. What do you mean they let new people in?
One of them turns to you. Oh, you must be new. You must be a traveler. We don't get a lot of travelers, but yeah, the city doesn't. Only the privileged few are allowed to live in the city. It is a great, great honor to be allowed in the city.
Why is it a great honor?
This city is the first city ever built on the island. It is run by the king, Argon Gravito, the king of the city. His family has been ruling this island for, they've been 300, 400 years, 500 years, maybe even, some say. For as long as there's been people on this island, the Gravitos Empire has ruled from this city.
Cool. That's all I needed to know. And conversation.
Just FYI, no one anywhere that you have traveled has ever mentioned this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first I've heard of him, and I'm about 2 feet outside of his front door where he has about 80 ballistae trained on my location.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
okay.
Let's hustle away from these bums a little bit, eh?
Yeah. Is there like signs of can I use like my like medical skills to see if there's signs of like brainwashing or medically induced hypnosis?
The answer is yes, bro.
No, actually, no. You can, like, these people, other than malnourished, these people look pretty sane and with it. They just want to not be outside as it gets colder. They want to be inside. They're not outside people. They're inside people. If they're cold, or sorry, what is the meme? If you're cold, they're cold. Let them in.
Yeah. But they've something tells me they've got kind of like a Frostpunk aesthetic going on here, where they're like, no, we only have so many resources to go around. We can't just let everybody in.
Wait.
I mean, yeah, if you guys ask around a little more.
Yeah, I want to ask, like, how long have some of these people been here then? If they said this guy's been the king forever, how long have these people been here that we've never heard of them? And, like, travel can't be that uncommon here. We literally crossed the island.
Yeah, you can ask around. Some, like, honestly, most people here have been here most of their life.
Oh my
they
God.
They were born and raised here for the most part, or like they're people who were like dropped into this world a few years ago or a year ago. Like, same as every other town you've met, is 90% of the people in the town are people who just either were born there or were brought into this world close to the town, and this is the first civilization they found, and they haven't gone anywhere else. That tracks with the 2 other cities you found. Is pretty much everyone just stays where they are. There's the odd outlier who's like, oh, I used to live in this city or that city, but like most people here have always been here. You guys are definitely outliers for traveling.
My eyes fill with worry, and otherwise, like, kind of like, I get the dude look.
Yeah, like, oh man, this is some regression.
Like they're selling. I don't like it. So we got a couple hours to kill to wait for them to get back. Are there any like local? Is there anything to see around here? Is there anything good to do for a couple hours while we wait for our friends to get out?
They look at you. Get out? Why would they want to leave the city? The city is warm and the city is safe. And why would anyone ever want to leave the city?
Hold up. I'm going to stop you there. I am an extra dimensional heavenly being, as are all of the rest of my friends. We are angels beyond your comprehension.
Gestures at our space clothes.
Right? I know, bro. Mortals, right? Anyways, assume that for some reason, this is more of a prison situation than an actual like salvation situation. I know that may be hard to wrap your brain around. But assuming that someone did need to get out of the city, what would be the best way of making that happen?
They kind of look at you. I mean, they open the gate every morning to allow trade. I've heard of nobles in the city coming out once in a while to go like look for a Pokemon with an armed escort. But like... I think I saw it once. I guess, yeah, if you're in the city, I don't see why you wouldn't be allowed out of the city. I just don't know why people would want to leave. But yeah, if you want to leave, you can leave. I don't see why not.
Oh, God. That's why we didn't see any Pokeballs. They have a caste system based on how many Pokemon you have, I bet. These people are terrible. We need to burn this place to the ground. Yeah, I'm not going to say that out loud, but...
So it actually brings up a good point. Is there any like Pokemon around?
You don't see a single Pokemon and not a single Pokeball in sight.
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies, like mega.
I kind of like pull my cloak over my Pokebelt a little bit more. like pull the drawstring on Toxel in my backpack a little bit.
That's a good question, Ian.
Yeah.
When the guards were escorting us, did we notice them have any Pokeballs themselves?
The guards would have had one Pokeball on a belt, but what you would have noticed more is the very sharp spears they carried and shield.
Okay.
And honestly, actually, I'm going to give you guys, anyone here can make a roll. I'm going to call it it's going to be kind of like a search and find roll, but you can, if you can argue it, it could probably be a composure. It could probably be a research.
I was going to say, could I do eloquence for getting information from the folks?
Yeah, you could do eloquence. Yeah, any kind of a role where you're just looking around and figuring things out.
Could Austin do his role from the outside and I can do mine from the inside?
You can. You know what? I'm going to say you can give Austin a help. Even though you're not there, you're all actively looking around.
Okay.
So you'll give him advantage dice.
Yeah. Hell
Go
yeah.
ahead, Travis.
Okay.
Roll
so
away
that'll be,
as you chat up the locals.
Careful. Because these people are crazy. And 2 points for eloquence and a point from teamwork synchronicity.
Oh, not crazy, just misled.
Yeah, sorry. Misled. My dice think he's fucking out, so that'll be 4 dice.
4 dice? Yeah.
Yes. 6 double 4s.
Okay. So with the 6, Travis and Nero, you see, or talking to the locals, you're like, discussing, you learn very quickly that yes, this is a caste system. Only the guards all have one Pokemon. Nobles have more than one Pokemon. Workers and everyone else has 0 Pokemon. The guards have, generally speaking, spears and shields. Some of them have swords. There's a number of them on the walls with crossbows. And there's even a small handful that you have seen looking out over the armaments with guns.
How?
The guns exist in the Pokemon world. That is canonical.
Well, yeah, but that was Yeehaw Dandy. But I was more talking about they got so how old. My brain's timeline is all messed up. They've had enough time to gather full-on materials and have trained blacksmiths.
Well,
and then also
the
weaponsmiths.
Travelers would have brought guns here, and then they reverse engineered them.
And he did say multiple generations. So
yeah,
but the swords and the spears.
Oh, the swords so Travis and Nero. This is what you guys know. That's the info you know. Augustus and Axel, you're anytime you try and leave your little shop forge area, you do see a guard. There is guards kind of stationed almost every few blocks, kind of doing loops and stuff. And if they notice you gone, they will, not rudely, but they will pointedly put you back in your forge. And noticing on the guards, you notice the guards all have one Pokeball. You notice that they all, again, spears or shields for the most part, swords on a number of them, crossbows on a number of them, and you do actively see one guard doing a larger patrol route with a gun. As for weapon, where they get the weapons and stuff, you don't know about caste system yet, but you do see forges making weapons, making arrows. You see, your forge is a little bit larger, and you can see into some of the other windows and stuff that they are making all sorts of things. Some of them are making weapons. Some of them are making, furniture. Some of them are making anything and everything, honestly. It's an industrial city.
Oh, imagine being the furniture maker that made furniture for other workshops. Oh.
But yeah, Travis and Nero, you're outside. You have learnt all this knowledge. And as you guys are hanging out, you guys find a little bit of a secluded place, and Dusclops comes over and sketches a let me see here. How good did Dusclops do? Dusclops, he sketches 4 symbols. So he'll get that one. Okay. Dusclops sketches 2 circles with a line. It's very clearly like a shackle. He draws a circle with a line through it, and then another line through it. He draws the moon, and then he draws 2 circles just on their own.
Huh.
So you see shackles, a
Hey.
circle with 2 lines in it, a moon, and 2 circles. And then he disappears to go back to Axel. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah.
Kind of look at the symbols.
May I lead here?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to deduce this logically. The first one is very clearly shackles. There is a moon coming after it in the sequence, which probably means, we're captured. Also, something to do with night, which I'm just going to discard the rest of the equation. That means that's when they're going to make their move. And or when we need to make ours.
I have more confidence in that than anything I was thinking.
That's it. Yeah, fairly. I know you quote unquote have meta knowledge, but I will give you that. That's an easy deduction.
Can I add one thing that they could tell Dusknor or Dusclops?
Sure.
Like basically have them gesture to Dusclops, like, you know, at their Pokeballs, and basically tell, like, you know, talk to them about, like, have them use their Pokemon. Because if trying to tell him to tell us that it's a class-based system, so the more Pokemon we have, the more.
Would Axel and Nero, would you have thought to tell Duskull anything?
No, definitely not. I want them to. If they haven't already revealed that they have a bunch of Pokemon, then there's I don't want them to happen, because if you're in a situation with a bunch of dudes with spears, they may very well take your Pokemon from you.
Yeah, I'm already
get your ass.
Yeah, and I'm already trying hard enough just to interpret what he said before he waddled off back to the wall.
Duskull
showed up. They're in trouble.
Yeah. Axel, right. Duskull shows up with no intel. Like, you ask Duskull, you're like, Duskull, did they tell you anything? And Duskull just kind of looks at you like,
shrug,
and then goes back to staring towards the in the distance.
Yeah, that direction.
And I'm just standing there waving my hands like, hello. It's just like
the void.
Guard's just sitting right outside your shop, just polishing his gun slowly.
Oh, darkness, thy such a sweet thing.
Okay. Well, this is
amazing.
An unintended complication.
Okay, I have one really odd question. Yeah. How far do you think you could drop a medicine ball without doing internal damage?
Where are you hitting?
I don't know.
Like, are you hitting the head or the chest or what? Like,
oh no, how high would I drop the medicine ball before I did damage to the medicine ball?
Oh, to the medicine ball.
Like say a 35-pound medicine ball. If I dropped it 30 feet, if it didn't hit concrete, do you think it would take internal damage?
30 feet's a pretty long drop.
It is.
Like, what do you define as internal damage? Like the seams ripping, or like the?
Oh, okay. The point I'm trying to get at is that Shelgon is essentially a cannonball, and I'm kind of curious as to what point him and I could do some damage without, him getting a concussion or him rupturing a kidney.
Fair enough. Shelgon is a Pokemon, which changes the mathematical formula very quickly.
Okay.
So Shelgon, you could toss Shelgon like 100 feet, like a catapult. But
as long as his stats kind of hold up to it, then he'd be okay.
Yeah, like he might take a point of damage or two, but he theoretically can do.
Pretty. All right. Because I'm just trying to think about different ways that we can work our way out of here.
Yeah.
And going big and loud is one of my last resorts.
Yeah, my only other plan that I was thinking of was like, well, Ditto transforms into another Reggie Drago, and we go.
No. Taylor. Let me cook a little bit. Ditto transforms into one of the guards.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then escorts us out. But the issue is that how does Ditto communicate?
I mean, he'd make a good distraction.
That's fair. Here, 1 sec. I'm gonna check too. Taylor,
I have a doodle. I have paper and doodling tablets for days.
Fair. Well, and I was gonna say, Taylor, how's your eloquence?
What eloquence?
Okay, fair. I was gonna say, because what we could do is that we could forge, like we could try to forge like some kind of document.
I have engineering and research, so I can pretty much craft those things.
Oh yeah, okay. Building, crafting, repairing. Attention to detail and relevance. Yeah, that would make sense.
Engineering literally says building, crafting, and repairing.
Because, like, yeah.
And research is great attention to detail and their relevance. So.
Okay. Because the other thing being is that Nero needs to drop a relay in the city somewhere.
Man, I could use that to bullshit my way in.
Yeah, if you could do that. I don't know how it would work. Like, I mean, just say that you're bringing technology in, like.
Yeah.
Probably. I could craft a couple like doing one of those like montages where I'm crafting a letter of invitation. Oh wait, I don't know if we do we know that information?
What information?
Oh no, I don't think about the king.
Probably
you don't
not.
know anything about
No,
a king.
We wouldn't.
Okay. Can we inquire about that before said montage?
Yeah, you can talk to a guard. What would you like to talk to the guard about?
I will have like, we have nothing better to do, so I have made the 2 Pokeballs.
Yeah, I'll give you that. There's random resources and stuff in here that you can make 2 Pokeballs with.
Yeah. So as I approach the guard, I just basically say like, "Hey, not too sure what's going on, why we're being kept in the forge here, but some time has passed. I've made 2 Pokeballs, but can you tell us like about who's in charge of this place? What all this is?"
He'll take the 2 Pokeballs from you, and then he kind of looks at you and do you seriously not know what's were you not someone who wanted to come in here? How do you not know what's going on? And he kind of looks at you. This is a different guard, by the way. Like, it's, again, the guards kind of rotate. And he looks at you and he's like, you're like, everyone wants to live in the city because, yeah, sometimes you have to work pretty hard, but it beats living not in the city. Like, you make 2 Pokeballs a day and you get all your food and shelter. That's pretty good. Like, there's people starving and dying out there. Yeah, sometimes it's a little shifty in here and the nobility can be uptight and you got to be careful. But, like, honestly, if you don't know what's going on, you lucked out into a cushy position.
All right. I look at him, I shake my head, and I go, but I kind of do want to know what's going on. You see, we're not from around here. We're actually from a different world. So all of this is very new to us. We were simply coming here, traveling, exploring.
He just closes your mouth for a second. Not here. Not now.
I raise an eyebrow, and I kind of do that eye shifty thing. Like, what?
He kind of looks around. He's like, I'm off my shift in like an hour. I'll be back. And he goes to do his little patrol. And then he comes back a little bit later and he like sneaks in through like a side entrance. He's like, okay, quietly. You 2 are from another world? You're travelers? And he's just like very intrigued looking at you. He's like, okay, look, travelers don't come here often. We get like the I mean, the nobles call them the rabble, but like they are people. We get people from outside coming in if they prove their worth. And like the people born here live here, but people from other worlds, like the king is from another world. They say everyone originally who lives here is from another world, but like everyone who lives here has been here their whole lives.
I ask him, what's the king's name?
The king's name? You don't even know the king's name. Argon Gravito, as in the city we're in, Gravito City, the kingdom, the capital of this island. His bloodline is the first people to ever come to this island.
When he says that, Augustus is sitting in a chair, kind of like off to the side. He's going to stop whatever he's doing and look up, and the man named for the city. Oh, the prophecy. The prophecy's coming true, Axel. He's just going to give you like the tiniest little like nod. You're like, huh, maybe we can make a difference here. And then he's just going to go back to like puttering and like tinkering around.
He just kind of looks at you. What prophecy?
Oh, pardon, sir. I've said too much already. I don't know about my friend here, but when I came through, I was told that oppression shall be no more, and the people will be given their own rights. And it was so weird. It made no sense when I came through, but this king feasts while the workers just starve. Am I right? Like, you get enough food to get by, but how much do they actually give you? You're a guard.
It's fair.
Are you allowed to hunt? Do you have your own agency? Like, what do you do in your free time?
Not a lot. I hang out with some of the other guards, do guard things. No offense, you guys are travelers, but like, I mean, I get a Pokemon. That's pretty cool. It's only nobility and guards get Pokemon, so that's kind of cool.
I'll look over at Augustus and be and kind of like give him a little bit of a head nod, and I'll open up and I will pop out all of my Pokemon and just be like, so does this make me nobility?
He just stares at you for a minute. He's like, oh, put them back. Put them back. Put them back right now.
Too much, yeah.
And
I'll put them back.
He's like, okay, you guys are definitely travelers. Okay, look, I don't want any trouble. I'll help you guys. Like, but you got to know this. Like, I have no idea. He has no concept. He's lived here his whole life. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Some kind of prophecy. Look, I live a pretty happy life. Sure, some of the guards are disgruntled. Sure, I'm sure some of the workers are disgruntled too. But like, at the end of the day, we're fed. We're not dying. We're not outside. Like, yeah, I have a Pokemon, but have you seen or heard about some of the Pokemon out there? I haven't seen them, but I've heard about them. I've heard from other people. They're giant. They're covered in I've seen the king's Pokemon once at one of the like ceremonies. That no. I don't want to be like out there with things like that. I'm very happy here. Look, it's not that bad. Yeah, sure, some people don't enjoy it, but like, I'm happy. If you guys don't want to be here, I agree. You don't need to be forced here.
So,
but like, don't.
The question being then is that, one, can you get us out of here? And two, are there any resources that may help in a group of people that are just out and about on an adventure, whether they be rations, whether they be gear, whether they be even just something as simple as food and fresh water.
Like, you guys need some resources?
With just a re-up, because there's 2 more of us outside of the walls, and we knew nothing of the city when we came in. But if there's nothing that draws us here, no market, no active Pokemon trade,
this city is the only city known for making Pokeballs.
Okay.
We have, you probably met him on the way here. Alton, the master craftsman, the greatest Pokeball maker in the kingdom.
Yeah, we know him.
That would have been the guy who like overlooked your Pokeballs. Not the guy at the front desk, but the guy who mouthed "help me."
Yeah.
He's like, Alton is the master master craftsman. He's the greatest craftsman in the city. He, like, that's why people come here, like, to do trade, is to get Pokeballs. There's nowhere else in the world makes Pokeballs, as far as I've been told. That tracks with most of your knowledge. That tracks with who was it in Univerna? It would have been Road, the leader of Univerna. He's desperately looking for people to help make Pokeballs and stuff. Like, that does track. Like, they can make some Pokeballs, but none are that good or that effective.
Yeah.
That's why Pokeballs are currency in this world.
I'm going to write down in different styles and different fonts the name Argon Gravito. And I'll ask the guard, which of these signatures is more closely to how the king signs his name?
He's looks at it. I've only seen the royal stamp. I've never seen the king actually sign anything.
Can I ask him to describe how the stamp looks like, or show me what it looks like if he has it on him?
I might be able to get a piece of paper with the royal seal on it, but, like, can I ask why? Like, that's a lot of risk.
Yeah. Is there a way for us to just sneak out of the city?
Yeah. Well, I can sneak you out of the city. I think I can sneak you out of the city fairly easy.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So we can just do that, and then at either at undercover of darkness or at first light, depending on whenever you wanted to get us out, we can meet up with Nero and Travis.
Okay.
Because if we can get out without causing a scene, or the less people we have involved, the better.
He's like, yeah, you might, like, I'm good helping you guys out, honestly, and, like, don't take this the wrong way, because, again, I don't mind helping you guys, but you might need to bribe, like, 1 or 2 guys, but, like, it shouldn't be a big bribe, because, like, who wants to leave the city? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, maybe, I don't know, 3 Pokeballs should get you out of the city.
I look around the shop and I craft 3 Pokeballs for the bribes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it takes you a little while longer, but you guys can get out of the city and you meet up back with Nero, and the guy just kind of waves at you guys. He's like, just like as you're leaving, he's like, by the way, not that you asked, my name is Gord.
Thank you. Like, you just kind of showed up. So,
good luck on your travels, and have a good one.
Stay safe, Gord. Don't get hollowed out.
And he goes back to inside and doing his rounds, and you guys are now out in the city with Nero and Travis.
Oh, that was a weird experience.
Oh, they made it all the way to the gate, basically?
Yeah, like he basically brought them to the gate, and then they just ran to the nearest like tent in the shadows kind of thing.
Okay, so when they meet up with us, they're gonna like walk in on us. I'm sitting there with my little tiny working eyelets on, and I'm crouched over one of the relays, and I'm getting Porygon to work on it. And I'm gonna like look up at them and just like be absolutely startled that they've walked up on me while I'm engrossed in my master plan to get them out.
I'm like,
oh.
Toss your tools in the air. So all of that
like
for nothing.
I'm looking over at Travis, and I'm just like, do you feel like we got a sufficient amount of airtime this episode?
I look up from my painting of us rescuing them. What are you talking about?
The Tyrannosaurus needs a little more green. So I'm going to try and trade with them, actually. I'm going to trade with the guy at the gate again. And
in the morning? Yeah,
sure, before we leave. Yeah. And so I'm going to tell him that I have a dimensional anchor here that will stop new rifts from opening within a vicinity, basically the entire range of the city, if it's kept in a central guarded location and kept functional.
Okay. He looks at you and he's just kind of like, what? Aren't you with those other two from yesterday?
Yes, I was with those other two from yesterday, and I'm the one who thought you were an idiot. However, that notwithstanding, do you not know enough to see proper technology when you look at it? And I'm gonna like wave the relay.
He'll take the relay from you, and he's like, "Guards, seize him!" And there are guards coming to seize you.
He's taking the relay from me.
Yeah, he did take the relay from you.
I'm like, no, my precious relay. Remember, it needs to be kept in a central location and kept safe from harm to be functional. But shucks, I wish I had it back. How dare you? And I'm going to run off into the distance, shaking my fist at them. Oh, you truly outwitted me. I'll get my revenge for this. Okay, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, okay.
These frickin' Neanderthals got on my last damn nerve.
We can burn the city down later.
Yeah, you know what? We'll destabilize their monarchy later. This guy needs a Pokemon battle, but not right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can head out. That's fine. And yeah, you can leave the city. The guards will chase you for a while. You'll have to you run at least for a few hours before the guards turn back.
We don't run, we ride.
That's fair.
Not to mention, as soon as they're like an hour, as soon as we're like, if they're still continuing to pursue us, like even half an hour away from the city,
true. Yeah, they
turn around and I jump their ass.
They deserve a raise.
We're like, oh, surprise! We each have 6 Pokemon, and you guys are freaking so terrified.
That's fair. The guards will chase you till the edge of the peninsula, and then they'll go back. That's fair.
No. As soon as we have a clear opportunity, I'm going to mug them, and I'm going to be like, you guys made a terrible mistake coming all the way out here. I will take your uniforms. I will take your weapons. How
far will they follow you? Okay.
Do you have any keepsakes?
They will.
Picture of your children.
Follow you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they don't follow you past the tents and stuff. So there's other civilians around.
I'm still gonna rob them. I'm just pissed now.
You're within.
It's my turn.
You are within eyesight of the battlements.
Riddle me with crossbow bolts. At this point, I'm
okay.
Or I'm gonna rob these guards.
Okay.
Besides,
pull out your Pokemon.
Okay, I'm gonna whip out Scyther.
Scyther.
The war has begun.
One of the guards will use
stab.
I mean, yeah, the guard's gonna try and use stab.
Slice.
With literally stab. He's going to try and just stab you with a
Me. He's gonna stab me with a spear.
Yeah, like you send out Scyther, and he's gonna just throw his spear like a javelin.
What? Like a javelin? He's throwing a full spear like a javelin?
Yes.
What is this man? At like 20 strength? What the? Okay, anyways.
With that spear right
Bullshit of physics aside,
You've never seen a spear get thrown?
You can throw a spear. You don't need
I've
super
seen
high.
spears get thrown, but like, man, okay, I'm gonna brawl this man.
Do it.
I'm going to eat. Yeah, you know what? Can I catch his spear?
You can try, yeah.
I'm gonna catch his spear.
Okay. Roll away. I rolled 3 dice for him.
Okay. I'm gonna go with brave and throw, but in reverse.
Okay.
Oh man, this is amusing.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Oh no. Man. We're on our way out.
2 and a 5. Yeah, you take the spear. It's not going to kill you.
It's not going to graze me.
No, it's going to hit you like in the arm.
Okay,
and it's gone like into your arm. Ow. It's not grazed you. Like that, you have a spear through your arm, and he's going to release his grubbin to try and tackle your Scyther, but he has no idea what the fuck he's doing with the Pokemon.
Well, that's okay because Scyther gets to move. If Scyther didn't get to move before he got to move, because he was like, it takes time to bring out your Pokemon. Why is he getting 2 actions?
Oh yeah, no, Scyther gets an action. Scyther
cuts his fucking head off. Let's go.
So you're executing. I just wanted to establish
we're the good guy.
You're executing a guard in the tent city.
You're going to execute a guard in the tent city.
He tried to execute me, dog. He wasn't like, you're coming in for questioning or anything like that. He tried to murder me. It's self-defense at this point.
Oh, okay.
We all saw it.
Scyther sees red, man. He just tried to kill me.
All right.
Yeah, roll slash.
You got those go-go's ready?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yep, he dead. 3 to 6.
Yeah, no, you take off this guard's head.
Oh, Augustus
kill the next one.
Like...
Is he still following, or does he turn and run?
Oh no, the next one runs.
Can I? I was gonna say, can I get in on this?
This is taking a turn. Okay. You are actively bleeding in the arm, by the way.
Yeah, it's time to go. It is.
Are you running away? Is that
just like sitting here horrified, trying to run away from this?
Okay. Yeah,
well, I'm gonna pull the blood-covered picture of his wife out of his like inner pocket where he clearly has it. I'm gonna eat it just to disrespect him, and then we're gonna leave. Oh, okay. That made me so salty.
Man, his kid is gonna like come back with a vengeance.
I'm gonna rob this guy, right? Like, you know what? Like, no, you've overextended. He's like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat time. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
let's mess with the kid that controls the thing with blades for arms. Sure, you want to have a melee weapons fight? I'm down.
Can I try to save us from something right now?
Oh, we're gonna die.
No, you guys,
it's my fault.
No,
you guys leave. That's okay. You can leave.
Yeah, we need to go.
No, what I want to do is before the guard can run away, Dusclops is going to appear right in front of it from like out of the ground, and it's going to hypnotize the guard to basically completely forget what that we had done any of this, and that he had killed that guard. And it was not our fault at all.
I mean, I got a spear chucked into me, and Scyther defended me. I didn't even command for him to kill that guy. I said he was going to die, but that wasn't Nero saying that.
Basically, Dusclops is just making it so that if we come back, we're not shot on sight because the guard took responsibility for killing the guard.
I'm just never coming back here.
Roll ghost as you're using
2, 3
hypnosis.
Yeah, using hypnosis.
Jesus.
Holy.
Now we're gonna shatter the psyche of another guard. Oh my god.
Are you guys sure you're the good guys?
A 5, a 6, a 2, and a 4.
Okay, yeah.
These rolls were
I'm not
always
the
the
one who
good
threw
guy.
a spear at a literal child. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Are you a literal child?
Well, I mean, no, I'm a teenager, but you know what I mean. That's a literal child in most cultures.
I mean, yeah, a teenager is a literal child, but yes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know because I think most of the others are adults in this.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm the type of guy who would chop his head off. Anyway, that aside.
Yeah, you Duskull hypnotizes the guard, and the guard runs off. Still, there are like you guys leave. You guys are gone, but there definitely were bystander like witnesses to that.
Yeah, that's fine. It won't bite us in the ass.
Dustnor just goes around and hypnotizes everyone.
No,
you saw nothing.
You guys don't have that kind of time.
No.
You guys get the heck out of there.
Yeah, we need to bail
We
out.
had to dodge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think we
Where
broke.
next?
In fact.
Where to next?
Well, now we have a body for the graveyard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's only been like 3 days. Unless you guys wanted it to be longer. Like, unless you guys deliberately wanted it to be a longer thing. But it's only been like 3 days.
Yeah, okay. So that still gives us like a solid like 2 weeks or so. So we can still whip over to the other town, assuming they don't want to fucking enslave us.
Dear God.
Hey, man, you made this culture. You made it so awful. You're like, hey, it'll ask a deep moral question. And we're like, we hate it. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Why is that one
Letters
episode in the
C
middle
for
of the series rated
capitalism.
R while the rest of it's PG?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you guys make it back to the camp at the fork in the road where the Southern Trading Company is.
We try to open the door.
It's locked, but you do see lights on. Are you gonna knock?
Duskull goes through the door. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Yes, we knock.
You knock.
God.
Are you showing up there during the day or in the evening?
I would assume by now it's probably been closer to like midday evening.
Will be if you guys.
Night.
Well, no, you escaped during the night, but then Nero deliberately waited till the next day till they opened the gates to do the trade.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd probably be by evening by now.
Yeah,
There was no trade. They robbed me.
Fair enough.
They traded their lives.
Yeah.
Now, I still can't believe. Oh, are we the bad guys? I don't know. They robbed me and like assaulted me and then tried to murder me. Like I don't know. I feel like chopping off that one dude's head was probably the least I could have done. They owe me way more than that.
Not entirely wrong. Okay.
So I'm bleeding. Please help.
Yeah, he'll open the you see this like kind of odd looking like older gentleman opens the door. Oh, what do you guys want? Oh, you're the same people. What do you just knocked the first time? What's wrong with you? Why are you bleeding on my door? Come in. I
come in.
It gets you. He like bandages you up, and
as we're walking in, and I'm like just bleeding and looking especially miserable and pathetic. I'm just gonna like weakly give the guys the thumbs up and like turn over my shoulder, like like a charm.
Yeah, just Mike guy giving you the thumbs up.
What are you? He just looks at you guys. What the hell happened to you idiots?
Evil empire. robbed me, took important item, tried to assassinate me, and then I pass out.
Oh, you guys went to Gravito. Yeah, no, you gotta. This is why travelers should talk to the guy in the nice house who runs the. Did you not see the big sign saying Southern Trading Company?
You let us sleep on the porch all night.
Yeah, because you tried to break into my house. If you had knocked, I would have let you in. But when you try to break into my house, I need to teach you a little bit of respect.
I'm a visual learner.
I've learned my lesson.
It's much appreciated. Thank you very much for
You're welcome.
offering us a place to lay our heads and keep warm.
Thank you for not letting me bleed out.
Conkeldurr, and Conkeldurr just comes over with some like tea and like some snacks, and he's just like what kids these days. He wanders off. He's like, don't touch nothing. And then he comes back after a little bit with some ointments and things, and he like cleans you up a little better and stitches you. He's like, look, Gravito is the only city on the island that sells Pokeballs. But it's run by the king, and the king is temperamental, to say the least. So you just got to be careful. If you follow the rules, it's fine. It's not a terrible place, but it's not a great place either. You just got to follow the rules.
We don't think that that's going to be a problem anymore.
That's good. That's good. I don't recommend you go back there if they tried to kill you. They don't.
It's all right.
Do well with people.
We will have our revenge. I mean,
Look at him with the puppy dog eyes. Like, I am but a miserable child who was caught on the wrong end of a spear. Clearly, I did nothing.
He just pats you. Children should be more careful.
We should. We're the world's treasure, after all.
But who throws a spear? Like, freaking honestly.
I mean, you're lucky they didn't turn the guns on you. They have turrets on the armaments.
I had forgotten about those.
They like that. Carl, that kills people.
Carl.
Really? Like, you kiddos. That's just. Anywho,
My tummy had the rumblies.
we're gonna put that all on the other side here. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
I'm Nero, and I'm mostly just like, trying not to bleed out for the most part.
Pleasure to meet you, Nero.
We're a group of travelers that we're here researching the island, exploring, trying to see what can be learned from this beautiful, quote unquote, place.
Excellent. I am Engelbert Gamgee, the Southern businessman and head of the Southern Trading Company.
Wonderful. Thank you.
If you guys are travelers, then what city are you from? You must be from the north, as I've never met you.
Yes. I originate from Neblar.
Oh.
And our group kind of from the area, but a humble people. Spend most of our time looking after Pokemon and helping where we can. Just hardworking folk.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, if you're traveling, I assume you're gonna want to go down to Galaxerna, eh?
Yeah. That is the goal. We have business in the area.
They're not going to lock us in chains, are they?
Oh, goodness, no. They might try to battle you, but that's about it. They got a lot of explorers down there too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Is it a Pokemon battle or is it this kind of battle? I'm just like just miserably like
pointing at the bleeding arm.
Yeah, the giant bleeding wound in my arm.
Augustus
we're
rolls
back
his
to the
eyes.
wound
It's
again.
nuclear.
I mean, they do practice martial arts there, but like I don't think anyone's going to harm you physically. They might spar with you if you want to spar with them, but no one's going to harm you.
Fighting types, eh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Martial arts are cool.
Anyway, you all must be pretty strong if you made it this far. You must have some Pokemon.
You can say we dabble.
Well, let them out, have a rest, have some snacks.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let out Charmander, and I'm gonna let out,
Conkeldurr is like bringing snacks and stuff, by the way.
I'm letting out everybody except for Scyther, because I go to let out Scyther and then I stop.
You let everybody out but Scyther? Okay.
But everybody but Scyther, and I'm just gonna stop and I'm just gonna hold his ball in my hands for a bit.
Kinky.
That's fair.
I'll let
Anyone
everyone
else?
know they
you
can,
let everybody
but they eat from my rations. They take a timed break and go back into their Pokeballs. I don't trust this guy. We just met him. I'm on edge after Gravitos, so they're going to eat from our stock, and I'm going to make sure they're safe.
Fair enough.
Next time I will sleep together with all my Pokeballs and my stuff.
He's like, yeah, no, that's fair. I understand.
Man, I appreciate the hospitality, but for all we know, you work for Gravito or the King, and trust is hard to come by these days.
I know some people try to unlock your door and break into your house. I get it.
Who would do that?
My eyes are just kind of like, yeah, people like that are so silly.
Your death would have been painless.
He kind of looks at you guys. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I get it. It's anyways, look, it's just good to know that you're safe. There's definitely some people out there, but it's good to see you all have strong Pokemon. And you will notice he goes over to each of your Pokemon and he kind of looks them over a little bit. And he's like, yeah, like nothing weird, or like he just checks them over to make sure they're healthy and well treated. And he's like, yep. And he pats his Conkeldurr. He's like, yeah, okay. These are good folk. We'll be fine. We can sleep the night. And he starts to go to bed as if and then he notices your Nickit, Nero.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he goes, and he just bends down and he starts patting it, and he's like, oh, you're pretty Nickit. Oh, you're pretty Nickit. And he looks at you, he's like, this Nickit's too nice for a little boy like you. But
too nice.
Well done. If you ever wish to trade it, make me and I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
What is your offer that I can't refuse? Because right now I'm extremely delirious with fever.
Poogia.
He looks at you, he's like, for a Nickit of this beauty, he's holding it. He's actively just like a pet cat, stroking it in his arms.
He's negotiating for the car, but he's sitting in the car while he's negotiating and got his hands on the wheel and pretending to drive. And you're just like, yes. It's already sold, bro. You're not haggling from a position of power here.
Yeah. He just looks at you. He's like, well, what Pokemon do you have? I have. Oh, you have a Charmeleon, eh?
Oh, well, that's a secret. He's still Charmander right now.
Oh, is he? Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
He goes, a Charmander, eh? I got some Mega Charizard around here somewhere. And he starts like going through some things. And if you ever want to mega your Charizard,
man, that does look really cool. Like, I mean, that's super cool. Is that the only mega crystal you have sitting around?
No, I got others. What are you in the mood for? And he starts to like go through, and he like he takes out a big key and like unlocks a like vault, and he starts moving through some shelves and stuff. And he's like, what?
Shit, I forgot. This guy's the head of the Southern Trading Company. He has everything. Oh my god.
He's fully like petting the Nickit. He's like, what Mega Stone are you looking for?
Scyther.
Oh.
Or Scizor, rather.
Mega Scissorite?
Yeah.
He just
Scissorite.
He pulls out a stone and then he locks the chest. He's like, I got one right here. I'd be more than happy to trade for this Nickit. The Nickit's fully snuggling him too, by the way.
Son of a bitch. It's harder because I want to see Nickit happy, but I don't know. Like, that's a great item, and it's really key to my character growth. And we both know that I really want it, and I'm not actually that attached to Nickit, but I'm still tempted to like walk up and be like, "Come here, boy. We're gonna go to sleep and cuddle in front of this man while it burns a hole in him, and he's prepared to offer me more." But no, I'll do it. I'll trade him Nickit for the Scissorite.
That's fair. He gives you Scissorite, and he will take Nickit off your hands.
Yay! Now I have room to catch another Pokemon.
The value of commerce.
Capitalism too. Well, actually, I suppose it's barter in this particular case. I'll clear him off later.
Yeah, no worries. He takes it. He's like, oh, and you do that like little Pokeball transfer thing. And he immediately releases Nickit, and he's like, just like, whoa, you're good, Nickit. And he looks you guys over. He's like, you are fairly capable. If you come across a Galarian Zapdos, let me. Although he doesn't call it a Galarian Zapdos, he says, if you come across a non-flying Zapdos, one of the runny ones, I'll definitely pay good for that if you want to trade. I'll also help you out if you ever want to trade between any towns. I can transport Pokemon or goods for you.
So you're kind of like a hub to keep our Pokemon?
No, bro. He's saying we can fill in our quest objectives from here. So if we need to send something back to this person, he'll send it off to them for us.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He goes, I work closely with the Bofins, I guess, if I have to.
Yeah, right.
They're a little too cheerful for me, but
nobody's that happy, am I right?
Exactly.
It's just suspicious.
It's some days they just chatter on and on. But anyway, I do a lot of trade with, twice a year I do trade with them if you need anything. But I'm going to bed now. And he's like snuggling the Nickit as he goes up the stairs to bed.
I
just
did only
immediately
good
takes
deeds today. My karma slate is so clean. I am going to rest so easy, like the sleep of a baby. In fact, I can think of nothing that could interrupt this very perfect day.
Amazing.
I sleep the sleep of the just.
I think we'll end the session there.
On such a positive note.
Honestly, on such a positive note. As you guys go to bed.
My hands are blood free.
Yeah, hands blood free. You guys have spent 5 days? Yeah, 5 days probably on this little escapade. And that was well done, team. Good. We can.
Can you tell we broke it?
You have me rattled now. How do we normally sign off? I was Ian, the astounded.
I was Austin, the crime artist.
And I was Cabe, the shocked and baffled.
I was Dylan. I have a kill count now. I've added it to my character sheet.
I was Taylor, the forced into labor. Or servitude, I should say.
Indentured servitude.
Indentured servitude.
Oh, man. And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.